Hey, peoples. How are you? Isabel, I gotta tell you, when you sent that email today, I was in the grocery store with my mom and I cried. It moved me so much to see it in French. Thank you. I had to hide my tears from people so that they didn't know I was crying in the grocery store. Thank you for doing that. Isabel, I gotta tell you, when you sent that email today, I was in the grocery store with my mom and I cried. It moved me so much to see it in French. Thank you. I had to hide my tears from people. Getting an echo here. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Now I can play. Yeah, it was crazy. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, it's in French now. I cried. I'm a big baby. Thank you. It meant a lot to me. Hey, W. Little Bow. Welcome. Empress Divine. Welcome. Great to have you both here. Let me get my phone charger together. My whole situation set up. How is everyone this solstice? It's great to be doing the solstice meditation with you guys. Happy solstice. It's a real treat that we get to do this together today. Hey, Fred. Welcome. Welcome, Fred. Let me see if this charger's working. Nope. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Okay. Whew. Thank goodness. Okay, wait, no, it's not. Good grief. Trying to get this whole thing together. How's everyone's solstice going? Are you guys all having a beautiful day, enjoying the solstice energies? I hope so. We'll give people a few more moments to arrive and then we'll begin. Let me go ahead and pull up our two screenshots here. And then I'll do the intro and then we can get ourselves going. There we go. All right. There we go. Yes, I want you guys in separate windows. Cool. All right. Cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start the introduction. I trust that those who are planning to come will find us as they are ready. And we will just go ahead and begin from there. Let me share the screen. Thank you all who have joined pretty consistently. I know there's several of you who've joined from the very beginning. Many of you who are doing this with the recording, you're not doing it live, but you catch every single recording. Thank you. I'm super honored that you would do that. It's been a pleasure to cultivate and build the space of unconditional love across the globe with your hearts. I definitely consider myself a human heart grid worker, and those of you who are here are likely human heart grid workers as well. So thank you. Okay, so if this is your first time joining, welcome. This is a Christ consciousness meditation. You do not have to be a Christian or a follower in the teachings of Christ in order to receive the benefits of this meditation. You need only be committed to the path of unconditional love. On this path, I know that there are many teachers in many traditions under many names. So when I say Christ consciousness meditation, in when we do the work just now, you may insert the name of teacher whom you most resonate with in unconditional love meditation. Okay. We'll sit together for about 40, 45 minutes. And then afterwards, we'll have a good 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20 if it's good, if it's juicy. We'll have some Q&A and a little bit of time for dialogue. Um, when we meditate, we will work all of our chakras individually, starting with the heart. We'll move down all the way to the root, and then we'll bring our energy back up and around, and we'll work with the third eye. And at the very end, we'll work with the crown and do something very special. But what I want to say about this is that when we work with the third eye, there's something in particular I want you to focus in on, and it is the location where the crown and the third eye meet, right here. There's a location where the crown and the third eye meet, and it's about where the pineal gland is inside of our skulls. So we work with the third eye, find that location. All right. Trying to think, is there anything else that I have failed to mention? I think that's everything. Let me come back. There we go to this one. As we go, I will prompt you which chakra we're working with. I will likely refer to them, I will always refer to them as source energy centers, as this was the name for them that my guides gave me. And when I asked why, they shared that this is the place inside of each of us. These are the places where source most directly connects with our physical incarnation. So that's that. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Let's go ahead and begin. If you would, you may sit however works for you. I personally like to sit at the edge of a chair with my feet flat on the ground, so that I can keep my back upright, uh, and my body can rest, but my mind will remain alert that way. Hey, Kindred Soul Journey, welcome. Great to have you here. You may sit cross legged, you may sit, you may relax with your back against a chair. Some people even lay down. Trust your intuition, what's going to be right for you. If you find you would like to be more wakeful during the meditation, I definitely recommend an upright posture. And if you find in the upright posture you struggle with wakefulness, you may use your hands to conduct the energy along with the prompts and commands that are provided for each source energy center. All right. Thank you and welcome to everyone who's just joined. Let's go ahead and begin by seeing our energy settling around us. Just allow your energy to catch up with your physical body. And see it settling around you. And now let us command our own protection during our meditation. I now command only that which is love may enter this space, and see a sphere of protection around yourself and your aura. And now let us bring our attention to our hearts. See the heart source energy center opening. If you wish, you may use the commands. I now command this source energy center to open. I now command anything that is emanated from this source energy center that has caused harm to be bound, rendered neutral, and sent back to source for a full transmutation to love. I now command source love to come down and heal those harmed places and flood this source energy center, making them whole again. I now command this source energy center to arise and align to the Christ consciousness timeline for it, and all associated cells and DNA to reconfigure to match the frequency of Christ consciousness, unconditional love. And now let us focus on our solar plexus. See it opening. I now command anything that is emanated from this source energy center that has caused harm to be bound, rendered neutral, and sent back to source for a full transmutation to love. I now command source love to come down and flood this source energy center and those harmed places, making them whole again. I now command this source energy center to arise and align to the Christ consciousness timeline for it, and all associated cells and DNA to reconfigure to match the frequency of Christ consciousness. And now bring your attention to your sacral. See it opening. I now command anything that is emanated from this source energy center that has caused harm to be bound, rendered neutral, and sent back to source for a full transmutation to love. I now command source love to come down and flood this source energy center and those harmed places, making them whole again. I now command this source energy center to arise and align to the Christ consciousness timeline for it, and all associated cells and DNA to reconfigure and match the frequency of Christ consciousness. And now let us bring our attention to our root. Allow yourself to see it opening. I now command anything that is emanated from this source energy center that has caused harm to be bound, rendered neutral, and sent back to Source for a full transmutation to love. I now command Source Love to come down and flood this Source Energy Center and those harmed places, making them whole again. I now command this Source Energy Center to arise and align to the Christ consciousness timeline for it, and all associated cells and DNA to reconfigure and match the frequency of Christ consciousness. And now let us bring our attention to our third eye. See it opening. I now command anything that has emanated from this Source Energy Center that has caused harm to be bound, rendered neutral, and sent back to Source for a full transmutation to love. I now command Source Love to come down and flood this Source Energy Center and those harmed spaces, making them whole again. I now command this Source Energy Center to arise and align to the Christ consciousness timeline for it, and all associated cells and DNA to reconfigure and match the frequency of Christ consciousness. And now let us bring our attention to our throats. See it opening. I now command anything that is emanated from this Source Energy Center that has caused harm to be bound, rendered neutral, and sent back to Source for a full transmutation to love. I now command Source Love to come down and flood this Source Energy Center and those harmed places, making them whole again. I now command this source energy sensor to arise and align to the Christ consciousness timeline for it and all associated cells and DNA to reconfigure and match the frequency of Christ consciousness. And now allow the energy from your throat to come down to your heart. Now connect the heart to the solar. Solar to sacral. Now bring the energy through your root. Allow the energy to move through your root, out, up, and around your aura, back in through your crown. Crown to third eye, and third eye back to throat. Allow yourself to see this energy moving. All chakras connected. Unconditional love energy moving through you and filling your aura, coming back into you. And now, just a couple of feet above your head, allow yourself to see a symbol of unconditional love. Allow yourself to see that symbol getting bright, glowing brightly. Begin to see that brightly glowing symbol descend and get closer and closer to your crown. Allow it to shrink, to fit right inside that crown chakra. Lighting that crown chakra with unconditional love and Christ consciousness. Doing for the crown what we have done for all other chakras in one step. See your crown getting bigger and brighter. Seeing it merge now with your third eye. The third eye getting bigger and brighter. See it merge now with the throat. The throat glowing bigger and brighter. Now see all three of them lit and begin to merge with the heart. Bringing that activated, lit up heart to merge with the solar. Bringing that brightly activated solar to merge with the sacral. And now allowing that fully lit ascension column to merge with your root, seeing all chakras illuminated as one bright ascension column filled with love. Begin to move that symbol through the root and out of your body, allowing it to get bigger and bigger so that it can encompass all of your aura and your body. See that symbol enveloping all of you with love. See your aura getting purified and lit up with love. Allow yourself to see that symbol shrinking again at the top of your crown and coming to rest inside your crown chakra, moving through your ascension column again. Out of your body, enveloping your aura and coming back to your crown. This completes our meditation together today. If you would like to continue to enjoy the energies, please do. If you would like to join for discussion and questions, you might enjoy taking a stretch or a yawn, changing positions as you conclude your meditation. My sincere gratitude and deep thanks to all of you who have been here meditating together across the world. Whether you're listening to the recording or joining live, I am grateful that you would choose to use your body and your energy field as a vessel for unconditional love. Thank you for making our world a better place. You're welcome, Gemini Princess. You are welcome, grateful divine butterfly. Big hug to you as well, Saturn Rising Tarot. Thank you for being here. Empress Divine, thank you. You're welcome. Just out of curiosity, what did you feel doing the meditation this time? What did you notice? I'd love to know your thoughts. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Isabel. Thank you for joining. This is also a great time to share any questions. If anyone had any unusual experiences, or if you're curious if anything is normal, definitely let me know. Now is a great time. You never know what you may have experienced. That may be validating to someone else. Grateful Divine. Tonight was soothing and uneventful. Fantastic. That is the way I like it too. Soothing and uneventful. Saturn Rising says aqua, cleansing, clarity, and a white light. Cool. It's nice when you get colors. You can see the healing colors that come in. Are you guys all still blissed out? It's totally okay if you are and there are no questions. We can go ahead and conclude the live stream unless anyone would like to share their experience or ask a question. Isabel Sarazan, my energy was I tested all over since the beginning. Past stuffs came up as I was trying to concentrate on your words. Well, I passed out. Somehow I just woke up at the very end. uh, Scattered. Okay, got it. I totally get it. Yeah, past stuff will come up for sure, Isabel. Sometimes you go through periods of it with the meditation where past stuff comes up for clearing. Other times it's just as you're beginning the meditation. And over time, there's just less stuff to clear. So it's good it's coming up. It's good it's getting cleared. Yeah, and sometimes this stuff is moving so intensely, it can be hard to stay awake. So if you want to stay wakeful, we talked about ways to do that at the beginning of this. I won't go into repeating them now, but otherwise, you can feel okay to allow your spirit to do the clearing while your conscious mind takes a back seat. Aura Crone, so glad to be here. Third eye picking up on purple waves. Yes, lots of heart chakra release and expansion. Very awesome. Aura Crone, nice work. Grateful Divine, loving the bliss. I know, it's really blissful this evening. I feel very blissful doing this. Sibel Carvalho, Welcome, Sibel. Every time, done 11 of them. Wow. You've done all 11? Sibel, we've been meditation soul sisters, girl. I feel more of the energy. Every day was different. I do thank you. It is very soothing and makes me feel lighter. Sibel, I'm happy to hear it. Yeah, it is soothing. It's a nice way to comfort ourselves and place ourselves back in the womb of love. Sandy, yes, nothing unusual. Most soothing one yet. Nice. Still want to go back and do the ones I missed. Sandy, they're all the same. They're all just this. Um, the only thing that's different is that the earlier ones include a lot more prompts and details about how to focus your attention and energy, which can be helpful if either you're a newer meditator or you move through this one in those pockets of silence in between the commands and the source energy centers make you feel a little uncomfortable, your brain wanders off. um, if that's the case, then the earlier ones you may find more supportive. But otherwise, if this worked just fine for you, then you can just re listen to this as many times as you like whenever you're ready. Abby C, thank you, Kay. Thank you, Abby C. Great to be here. Saturn Rising, I love that. I love you, Saturn Rising. Gemini Princess, I felt sad most of the day. Now all I feel is love. Wow, Gemini Princess, I'm sorry you're feeling sad, but very happy you are feeling love now. Yeah, I definitely hit a pocket of sadness earlier today. It was a really giant sadness pull, which was odd. Isabel Saracen, the solstice portal, lol. It's all good. Yeah, maybe that was it. Isabel says, I know when I pass out, huge healing occurs. That's right. That's right. Sometimes the spirit will knock the conscious mind out so that it can do its work. And that's totally okay. Beth Marshall, blissed out and blessed. Inner ears have been thumping, beating since we started. Wow, Beth. Very cool. Yeah. It's definitely a blissy little meditation, possibly because we're recording this on the solstice. Gemini Princess, first time I stayed awake. Right on. And your third eye is tender, Gemini Princess. Yeah. It's interesting. The more you do this, the easier it will be to stay awake. If you're not a long time meditator, like you're not used to sitting for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, 90 minutes, if that's unusual for you, it you will find that the spirit at some point will say, okay, just go to sleep so I can do my work. And that's okay. But again, the more familiar you become with this meditation and sitting for this length of time, the more your conscious mind will be able to witness what's going on instead of needing to be put to sleep. I was getting hit hard clearing midday, Danette Rodriguez says. I had to lay down and sleep, but I'm feeling so much better. Yeah, I was like running errands today too, Danette, and I got hit with a lot of clearing midday as well. It was right around the time, Isabel, that the French meditation came in, and I like my heart just opened and poured out, and I was like sad and in awe. And yeah, there was like an emptiness that hit midday today. So, hey, some days are like that. Gemini Princess, third eye tender. It'll be less tender as we go on. I my guides were talking to me about third eye activations, and the ways in which the third eye can sometimes get a bit tender. Sometimes our knowing outstrips our maturity, and that happens. Other times, we've spent a long time knowing things that we've not wanted to know, not wanted to see, and that can cause pain. Other times, it's simply just an expansion, a stretching. Um, sometimes if you haven't done yoga or exercise in a long time, and then you do the exercise, and the next day your muscles are sore. It's a little bit like that, is what they've said. So it can be any of those things. Um, Danette Rodriguez, this series came at the end of a really difficult year in the dark night. Reiki and this meditation really helped pull out and into a lighter and happier place. I used a halo for the crown chakra part. Right on, Danette. I'm so thankful for you, this meditation, and everyone here sharing energy. Danette, I'm super honored. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that. I guarantee you are not the only person here who's had either a dark year or a dark patch. Um, and it's such a pleasure to have been able to share this with you as it was given to me by my guides. So I got this at the very start of 2017 after doing a QHHT session. When the main message of the session was, okay, we need you to meditate, you have to meditate, you have to meditate. And I was like, okay, well, how? And they were like, sit tomorrow and we'll give you a meditation. And so I did, and sure enough, they said, this is how we want you to meditate. So I wrote all the steps down, and I've been doing this since then. Later that year, I learned a different meditation, which is also very beautiful, from a meditation center in El Segundo, but it works a different way and is used for different purposes. Um, and it was just the combination of these two that really put me on a much higher vibrational path. Um, this one allows me to walk in the light a lot more. It also really allows my heart to stay open and be really untroubled by circumstances around me and in my life. So, Danette, I'm really glad it's helping you. Thank you for being here, Danette. I'm really glad that we were able to support you and you were able to plug into this energy. Isabel, my third eye and crown were tingling at the beginning of meditation, and they still do. Yeah. Yeah, my crown tingled when we got to the crown part tonight. Um, Danette goes on to say, in this morning's meditation, I graduated from my dark night and I was crowned using the halo from this meditation. It was the most beautiful experience. It's been such a day. Well, happy solstice to you, Danette Rodriguez. It sounds like you have had a beautiful period of time here. I'm really glad that we were able to connect through this meditation. Isabel says, I had a great day too, Danette. Yay! That's awesome. Isabel goes on to say, yes, thank you so much, K Moon, for doing this 12-day meditation. Blessed we are. We are blessed, guys. All of us are. Living in a blessed time in a blessed place. Karen Dieter says, thank you, Kay. I needed this. Laying on the floor, stretching, breathing, opening centers, and especially the aura, being enveloped by my symbol, a dove, which was the spiritual hug I needed. Yeah, man. Corinne, I'm so happy that you got this. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Appreciate it. Does anyone else want to share a reflection? Or does anyone have any questions? All questions are good questions, as I haven't even seen what could possibly be a question for this meditation. Um, your experience is new. I'm new to this too. I've been doing it for a couple of years, but it's definitely new. I haven't seen anything quite like this on Earth at this time. So hopefully it's something that we can get to spread to help more people. Grateful Divine, happy solstice to all of you, beautiful, strong souls. Thank you for all of your hard work. We've got this. Yes, we do, Grateful Divine. Spiritual hugs, says Isabel Sarrazin. I love it. Yeah, we do got this, fam. We do. You all have been a huge gift in my life. So these meditations will remain up on the channel. I'm going to put them in a playlist. I'm going to see about editing out the beginning and just recording one introduction for the entire set. And then we'll go from there. Okay. But if you can think of any questions that should be recorded for posterity, the people who will do this meditation and find it well after we've done doing it live, definitely post them here so that I can answer them for those who will listen in our wake. We've got one more day to meditate live together. And then I'm going to be taking a much needed break from the internet, taking some downtime and some family time before the new year. But these meditations will stay up, and you are more than welcome to continue to do them. Grateful Divine, yes, I do offer natal charts for individuals. You can just email me at chrysalismoon@gmail.com for an offerings list. All right. Well, if anyone does not have questions about the meditation or anything else to share about the meditation, we will go ahead and conclude here. Thank you for sharing this meditation with us, Kay. I will continue to do them. Awesome, Gemini Princess. Yeah, I will too. It's definitely been something that's helped my vibration and really helped me to very gently bring to my attention and awareness places where my life can use more congruence with love and I can take more loving actions. It's brought those to conscious awareness. So hopefully it'll allow you to do the same. Okay. Third eye activated. Hey, Oka, hey. You're welcome, Grateful Divine. Awesome, Isabel. Glad you'll be doing these too. Yes, Karen, namaste, everyone. Third eye, have a rad day. You too. See you guys tomorrow night for our final meditation in this series. Thank you, everyone. Take great care, and bye for now. Abby, I'm so glad you asked that. Abby, great question. Emanating from means anything that came from, but also happened to. I was hoping somebody would ask this. I didn't want to bring it up until somebody brought it up because I had the same question myself when I first got started with this meditation. When I first got started with this meditation, I wanted so badly to do two things. The first thing was to command for all timelines, past, present, and future, associated with each source energy center, the healing, the removal of harm, and the ascension. And the other thing that I wanted to do was change the words my guides gave to me and make it anything that has emanated from or come to this source energy center that has caused harm. Bind it, render it neutral, and send it back to source. And instead, and I did that for a little while, but then my meditations got so long, and I was like, how come you guys only have it as emanating from? How come we're not also concerned about everything that's happened to and come toward me in harm? And they very quickly reminded me and showed me that anything that has emanated from has also come toward, because all souls are actually one soul. We are all one being. And when we heal what is emanated from, we are also healing everything that has come toward. They said if it has come from you and come toward you, it is actually the same thing. Because there is no such thing as separation. They reminded me that separation is one of the biggest illusions on the planet, that there could be harm done to you that hasn't already come through you. And they said that it's something akin to when you're older, you'll understand. You're spiritually older, you'll understand. But it was the basic concept that if you are doing it now, you're doing it for all timelines. And the basic concept that if you're commanding the removal of harm that is emanated out, you're also including by default all the harm that is reverberated within and come toward. Abby, does that make any sense? Um, awesome, Sibel. Yeah, yeah. Um, Abby, let me know if that makes any sense. I mean, it, I'll stop there. But that was the idea. Ooh, still clearing a lot of energy. Abby C, thank you. I thought it was something like that. We are creating. Yeah. Yeah. Co-creating. Yeah, we are co-creating. Absolutely. The other thing that they're reminding me in this moment is that based on your words, they're like, remind them this too. That yes, by commanding the emanation from, we are also stepping into, every time we do it, we are stepping into cultivating and amplifying our rightful place on our individual thrones as source creators, created in the reflection of God, created in the reflection of the divine. Um, Anything that is emanated from is the same thing as saying all things on earth were created by God. And if anything has caused harm, I, as God within, take responsibility. I clear it and I remove it from the earth that I am creating and generating through me. So it's not to say that we replace God in any way for those who are quite devout and their understanding of, God outside of us, but it is to say that we take responsibility as reflections of the divine and the God that God placed within us to be responsible for the earth that God placed in our hands and the vibrations on it. Okay. Healing Innovation says, K Moon, I have been here for all 11 days too. What? Hey, soul sister. And it's been so energizing and powerful for my light body. Such an important practice for the daily maintenance. Healing Innovations, thank you. I'm so glad you piped in just to say, hey, I've been doing this for 11 days. Ooh, look at your channel, Sound Healing Jam. I'm going to be listening to that. I like sound healing. Yes. Okay. Awesome. I'm going to be checking out your channel later. Thank you for saying hello, Healing Innovations. Gemini Princess says, I was told some of my chakras are injured, so I will definitely continue to do this meditation. Great, Gemini Princess. Yeah. That second stage where we talk about after we remove the harm, and then we have source love to come in and fill those harmed places, making them whole again. As you continue to do this, Gemini Princess, you will find that on certain days when you do this meditation, uh, you'll get a healing of epic proportions as you move through this. And you may need to stop or pause the recording. If you're doing it along with the recording, you may need to hit pause so that the work that you're witnessing being done has enough time to kind of move, and they'll let you know, the spirit guides that work with you, the healers that work with you, the angels that work with you. And if you believe in the Holy Spirit will let you know, okay, press play, we're ready to go on to the next chakra. But sometimes you do get such a significant healing with one source energy center that it does make sense to pause and allow that work to take place and then to move forward. So keep going, Gemini Princess. Sandy, ooh, okay. I yawn and my neck cracked. Funny, my neck never cracks. LOL released. I'm so relaxed now. That's awesome, Sandy. Right on. I see Sandy's in the bliss state. Abby C says, beautiful. Thank you so much. You're very welcome, Abby. I hope that explanation was clarifying for you. Um, on the one hand, it's the thing about this meditation that can be challenging for some people are those that really don't like, that struggle with seeing how much of a direct manifestation and reflection of source that we are, because this meditation in no uncertain terms really steps up our accountability and responsibility for the energy that's coming to and through us, and the ways in which we conduct the energy around us. And in becoming even more powerful at conducting the energy around us, we also amplify our ability to conduct the physical world around us as well. And so it merges body and spirit by prompting us and starting with a cleansing and a purification and an amplification of power with the energetic fields. And so, one of the other things I guess I could share now is that, I asked my guides, because there's a meditation I learned later the same year I got this one that I think I told you guys about. And the energy we moved and worked with, root chakra up and out in that meditation. Um, and the energy kind of worked like a waterfall in that meditation. But in this meditation that they gave me earlier that year, we work with the energy down and through, and then up and around and down and through. When I asked my guides, what's the deal with that? Why are we doing it that way? They said, because a large chunk of the way this meditation works is via the manifestation of heaven on earth. We are actively trying and cultivating the light of the heaven on the earth. For those of you who are familiar with the Gospel of Thomas, you'll know that he talks a lot about that, and that there are other Gospels as well that talk about, for those of you who are on a Christian path, how Jesus had said, all this and more ye shall do, in reference to the miracles and the healing works that he provided. In the Gospel of Thomas, he talks about how the kingdom of heaven is within you. And so essentially, what this meditation does is it allows the kingdom to descend and be activated through you, through your hands, through your heart, through your body, through your field. As you cultivate this vibration of love and expand your capacity to hold more and more and more of it through your chakras, through your particles, through your DNA. All right. Cool. Any thoughts, questions, or reflections about the portion just shared? Seemed important to get that out since this is our second to last session. The Q&A sessions and portions will remain a part of each meditation. So if you ever want to come back and listen in to the Q&A sections, they'll remain, but I will probably trim out the introduction to each day, assuming I can figure out the time to do it. Time has been a funny little thing lately. But if you have any questions or reflections, I'll be here for a minute or two more, and we can break more of this down. Abby C, powerful. Thank you again. So much love you. Okay, you're welcome. I'm really glad that was helpful, Abby. Yeah, it's an extremely powerful meditation. The more we do it, the more power we're able to really amplify in our field. We become much more powerful beings. So, Isabel Sarazin, good night, sweetheart. It was really great to have you here. And thank you so much for the French translation of this. I deeply appreciate it. Fred Soderlin, love and blessings to you, Kay. Love and blessings to you and to all as well. Good night. All right, everyone. Abby C, will you ever share the other meditation as well? I will not. I'm not authorized to do that. It was one that I paid to learn. But I can tell you where it is. It's out at a meditation center called True Insight in El Segundo, and I believe they offer virtual classes. It's a really powerful clearing meditation. One of the things that I loved about that meditation in particular is that it slowed down my reactivity by a lot, and it sped up my capacity to respond by a lot. Like I'm just It's the word, like the unflappable. Like the more I do that meditation, the more unflappable and unfazed I get by things in life. Like I can see my emotions happening and I can feel them happening, but this getting drawn down in them with that meditation, I just don't. It just doesn't happen. So, but yeah, you can find it at True Insight Meditation Center, Abby. It's really powerful, and I believe they offer virtual classes. Isabel Sarazin, my pleasure. Gemini Princess, good night. Kay and everyone, good night. Great to have you here, Gemini Princess. Awesome. Okay. If no one else has any questions or reflections, then we'll go ahead and wrap up here and we'll meet together again tomorrow night for our very last time together, meditating live. And you're always welcome to email me if new questions come through for you. I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been beautiful sharing this meditation 12-day with you. Take great care and bye for now.